Hello and welcome back to another review by Mega Train Lover. Now, I know it's been absolutely ages since my last review, but I have been very busy. I've had a lot of commitments, but we are now finally back. And as an Easter special, there'll be about 4 reviews coming up. The first of which is this model here. As you can see, it's by Hornby. It's a super detail model. You can probably tell from the outline, but it is a LMS Class 8F 280. If we turn to the side, as you can see, its product code is R2249. It's an LMS 280 Class 8F locomotive, and it's weathered as well, and its number is 8042. Now, this is quite an old model. It's from about 2004, but it has been DCC fitted because I do believe it is actually DCC ready. It just doesn't say on the box, but it was from a very early period of DCC. But anyway, the model itself is right here, as you can see, and as you can also see, she looks amazing. Now, I'm just going to separate the tender from the locomotive, or the engine rather, and let's take a closer look at the engine. Now just look at that, absolutely beautiful. Look at those wheels, just 8 driving wheels, so loads and loads of power. I mean, it is an 8F after all, so it's only one below a 9F. Just absolutely amazing. These were designed for heavy haulage during the war, and even after the war. But they started building these before the war, and my gosh, there are about 800 of these built. There's loads of them. Now, start with the details. It does feature sprung buffers, which are also weathered as well. You can clearly see the weathering effect on the bottom of the locomotive, so around wheels, but also more towards the top as well, so you can see a bit of weathering there. And here's its number, 8042. There's the front of the locomotive, beautiful. You've got separately fitted handrails running along both sides of the boiler, and you got the whistle there as well with the safety valves, and the cab roof vent, which does open, as you can see. I'll just bring it. Yep, you can just see it does open and close. It's a bit stiff, but it does close. Let's just keep that open, shall we? Now, if we look in the cab, as you can see, crew members have already been added. But if you look at the cab itself, you'll see that it is painted up, which is a really nice touch. And this is the old style connector, so the one where the tender just literally goes in the engine, like so. Underneath you can see the brake rods, which I do believe when new you have to fit these yourself, but these already been fitted. And you'll notice it looks very similar to a Black 5. It was in fact based on the Black 5, which were built slightly sooner, but of course the key difference is that the Black 5s are 460s, whereas this is a 280. So it's got 8 driving wheels, whereas the Black 5's only got 6. But nonetheless, it's got the same tapered boiler, and in some respects it does. I mean, from some angles it is hard to tell apart from Black 5, but once you look at it from the side, it's much easier. Now, if we put the engine down, and let's have a look at the tender, where the detail doesn't stop. Now, the tender itself is very nicely detailed as well. You've got sprung buffers on the back as well. You got a slimline tension lock coupling, which is not an M pocket, but nonetheless that is really nice for what is a 2004 model. It's got LMS written on the side. You can see the very subtle weathering effect. You've got the cold air, which is removable, so like so. got the water filler cap, and on the back you've got a builder's plate which reads, we'll just sort of zoom in, I think that says Dart, no, it says Crew. You can see 4,000, which implies it is a 4,000 gallon tender, which is just absolutely huge. So let's see, let's just put the tender with the locomotive. Wow, just look at that, it's absolutely amazing. Now, looks may be one thing, but how does she perform? Let's take a closer look. So here we have the Hornby 8F on the track, and I've set its number to number 53. So let's type it in, and oh my goodness, she just looks so beautiful on the track. Anyway, let's give her some power and off she goes. Very smooth departure. Wow. Just love the way the connecting rods just, you know, just sort of move about really. But wow. Just look at that. Absolutely amazing. Let's get a few line side shots. So yeah, as you can see, she is just absolutely amazing. Just look at the way the connecting rods move. Wow. So just to conclude this video, I highly recommend her. Now obviously she is an older model, but you can still get the 8. I do believe you can still get the 8F from Hornby, but if you do find one on eBay or any other website, I highly recommend you buy it. She is just amazing. Especially if you're an LMS fan, this is a must-have. The 8Fs were, after all, the primary freight engines from about the 1930s. But anyway, thanks for watching this review, and see you in the next video. Goodbye.